Hello, I'm Richard Hunter, Head of Markets, and welcome to our look ahead for the week commencing the 24th of May. Inflation very much remains centre stage in the markets this week. Obviously, we had earlier seen those concerns about bottlenecks, both in terms of supply chains and also the recruitment of labour. There was some respite as the week wore on the basis of a weak US business activity reading, coupled with a small spike in jobless claims in early May, perhaps suggested that the US economy isn't, after all, running too hot. On top of that, as expected, Federal Reserve minutes revealed that the Fed still regards inflation as transitory for the moment and that their easy monetary policy therefore still remains suitable. In the UK, we saw something of a release of the pent-up demand that we knew was there in the background, with very strong UK retail sales coming through in April. Of course, the next question will be whether this is short-lived or not, but certainly in terms of the initial release of that pent-up demand, very strong indeed. So in terms of the year to date, the main indices are as follows. The Dow Jones is up 11.4%, S&P 500 up 10.7%. The Nasdaq has recovered slightly after the inflation fears subsided. There was some movement back into growth stocks. That's currently standing up 5%, and our own FTSE 100 in the year to date is up 8%. Turning to next week, possibly the highlight of the week will be full-year figures from Marks and Spencer. When we heard from them at the Q3 stage, it was the usual form, whereby food sales up 2.6%, clothing and home down 24%. And of course, that's been the ongoing challenge for M&S to revitalise their fashion clothing ranges. Despite that, the shares are up 62% over the last year. It will be interesting to see how much of the slack which has been caused by stores being shut down has been picked up by online, and also how its joint venture with Ocado is currently faring. It previously described the situation as being a strong trading position. There's also Q1 numbers from the insurer Aviva, up 69% the shares. They've basically been disposing of a lot of European operations. They want now just to focus on the UK, Ireland and Canada. It will be interesting to see whether there's any update or any, indeed there are any intentions to return what could be something like £3 billion to shareholders. So keep an eye on that just in case. Also, when we heard from them at their full year numbers, their savings and retirement business was going particularly strongly. So that's another thing to keep an eye out for. Not to be confused with the company we've just been discussing is another Aviva. This time it's Aveva. It's a FTSE 100 company which is concerned with software engineering and design. Main thing to look out for here is whether they've managed to recuperate some of their losses in the second half of the year. The first half of the year was particularly weak, with revenues declining by 12% to £333 million. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.